Hi there, welcome to my brief overview of the Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer, in particular the 2003 Fox Eye model, but to be honest it can apply to all Fazers before 2004. I've been riding this bike for over a year now and I think it's about time I give some credit back to the old Yami. Before I crack on, it's probably worth mentioning any modifications that's been made, so you can get a better idea of my experience with the bike. Performance wise, I've fitted braided front lines, Delcovic stainless downpipes and a Delcovic end can as well. No rejets were necessary and it produces an absolutely glorious tone in my opinion, so it's definitely worth it. Also a few aesthetic changes including a rear hugger which doubles up as a chain guard. The tail unit has been shortened to give more of an open view to the back wheel. I've also fitted mini indicators, a tinted screen, H4 white headlamps and of course my lucky charm. So the purpose of this video is more to highlight some of the good and bad points of the Fazer. As motorcycling seems to be getting more and more popular, there's going to be obviously more and more people searching for their first big bike, and hopefully this might just nudge you a little in your decisions. So let's disregard the constabulary and start with the negatives. I suppose the main negative would be the looks of the bike. It's by no means a sleek exotic racer with smooth lines and sexy curves. It's more chunky and rugged, with less than desirable paint schemes. Some of them are absolutely awful. The paint finish on the engine is relatively thin, and flaking of the paints on the cylinder and the frame is all too common. However, to be honest, regular cleaning and protecting is enough to stop this from happening. The front sprocket nut is also a main negative on the Fazer. When Yamaha first released the bike, they released it with a 9mm thick front sprocket nut. Since then, there have been numerous stories of this coming off, resulting in either the sprocket falling off or becoming loose. Since then, Yamaha have produced a thicker 12mm bolt that solves the problem. So if you are thinking about getting a Fazer, it's worth getting your bike checked out. Whichever bike you're buying, see if it's already had it done, and if it hasn't, try and get it done ASAP. Lastly, the suspension. It's not necessarily bad, it's not really a negative, it's just simply nothing to shout about. Though the later models do have adjustable front suspension, which is nice. So the good points of the bike. I suppose the main positive, and almost the Fazer's party piece, are the brakes. These brakes are straight off the R1, so obviously if they're capable of stopping a 1000cc Super Sport, they're going to be exceptionally good at stopping this 600cc Sports Tourer. Power-wise, at 95 horsepower-ish, there's plenty of poke right the way up the rev range. Some people report a flat spot around 6,000 RPM, but to be honest, I haven't really noticed it. There's more than enough power for around town or touring, and it's happy to sit on the motorway all day long. 70 miles an hour is around 6,000 RPM, plus or minus some in 6th gear. It's not super fast by any means, but there's enough to have fun, and there's enough for quick overtaking. Another positive. Another positive would be the comfort of the bike. The longest I've ridden was 9 hours on the bike, and not once did that become uncomfortable. I was at about -3 degrees, and not once did I have to stop from comfort, no. It's very capable to tour on, and very capable to sit on the motorway all day long, or in town. There's no problem with comfort at all. Lastly, it's very cheap. The bike you're getting is definitely worth it. When it was £4,500 new when it was first released, which was an absolute bargain back then, and it's even more so now. I suppose you can expect to pay roughly between £1,000 to £2,500, and it's definitely worth it. So just to finalise, it's a very capable bike. Yes, it does have some flaws, but if you can invest a bit of time in looking after your bike and can get over the 80s spacecraft looks, you should find that it's very capable to do pretty much whatever you should need. You shouldn't need any more power. It's absolutely fine. You should find it a blast. Whether it's your first big bike or your 50th bike, it should suit everyone. Take care, guys. Cheers, and thanks for watching.